Stop running from your pain. Use it to build your power. I will explain this into 2 parts. Part 1, the fire that shapes greatness. There comes a moment in every life when the noise fades. The applause is gone. The excuses have been exhausted. The people you counted on have walked away. And you are left alone with one question. Will you allow your pain to defeat you, or will you allow it to define the person you were meant to become? Most people spend their entire lives running. They run from failure. They run from rejection. They run from disappointment. They run from fear. They run from the memories that still wake them in the middle of the night. They believe that if they can escape their pain, they will finally discover peace. But life teaches a different lesson. The greatest victories are not found on roads without obstacles. They are built through storms. Every meaningful achievement carries the fingerprints of struggle. Every remarkable life has been tested by disappointment. Every great success was once hidden beneath layers of hardship. That means your pain is not proof that life has abandoned you. It may be proof that life is preparing you. Think about that. The very thing you have been trying to escape could be the doorway to your greatest strength. You have survived more than you sometimes remember. You have carried responsibilities that many people never saw. You worked while exhausted. You smiled while hurting. You encouraged others while silently wondering if anyone noticed your own burden. That kind of strength does not appear by accident. It is forged. Just as steel is strengthened by intense heat, character is strengthened through life's difficult seasons. Without pressure, there is no diamond. Without resistance, there is no muscle. Without challenge, there is no growth. The world celebrates finished success. Few people admire the lonely journey that created it. They notice the harvest. They rarely see the years spent planting seeds. You are living in those unseen years. Do not despise them. Every difficult day is teaching you something no classroom ever could. Every disappointment is sharpening your judgment. Every setback is building emotional endurance. Every obstacle is asking one question. How badly do you want the life you claim to desire? That question changes everything. Because desire is easy when life is comfortable. Commitment is revealed when life becomes difficult. Anyone can dream. Not everyone can endure. Anyone can begin. Few have the discipline to continue. And discipline is where ordinary lives become extraordinary. You may be listening today because you feel tired. Not physically. Deep inside. The kind of weariness that comes from carrying disappointment for years. Maybe you trusted someone who betrayed you. Maybe you invested everything into a dream that collapsed. Maybe you gave your best to a career that never rewarded your loyalty. Maybe you wonder if your best years are already behind you. Listen carefully. Your age is not your limitation. Your thinking is. Some of the greatest achievements in history were accomplished by men and women who refused to believe their season had passed. They understood something many people never learn. Time does not determine possibility. Purpose does. When purpose burns brightly inside you, every sunrise becomes another opportunity. Not another reminder of yesterday. Another opportunity. There is remarkable power in deciding that your story is not finished. The world cannot close the chapter that you refuse to end. As long as your heart still beats. As long as your mind can imagine. As long as your spirit can believe. There remains another page to write. Do not surrender the pen. There is an old story about a traveler crossing a mountain. Halfway up the climb, the path became steeper than expected. Cold winds pushed against every step. Dark clouds covered the summit. Many travelers turned around. They said the mountain was impossible. The traveler almost believed them. But an elderly guide smiled and quietly said, "The mountain has not become stronger. It has simply revealed who truly desires the view." Think about that. The obstacle did not create weakness. It exposed it. Life works the same way. Pressure reveals priorities. Difficulty reveals commitment. Pain reveals character. You cannot always control what happens around you. You can always choose who you become because of it. That choice belongs to you. No one can make it for you. Not your family. Not your employer. Not your friends. Not your critics. Only you. The future begins with decisions made in private. The victories everyone celebrates begin long before anyone notices. Long before recognition. Long before success. Long before applause. They begin with one person quietly deciding, "I will not quit." Those 4 words have changed more lives than talent ever has. Talent opens doors. Persistence keeps them open. Intelligence creates ideas. Discipline turns ideas into reality. Faith keeps moving when evidence is scarce. That is why you must guard your thoughts with determination. Every morning, before the world speaks to you, speak to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. I have survived difficult seasons before. I can overcome this challenge. My future is not imprisoned by my past. My purpose is greater than today's obstacle. Repeat those words until your mind begins believing them. Because every achievement is first accepted in the mind before it becomes visible in the world. Your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your character. And your character becomes your destiny. That is why guarding your thoughts is one of the greatest responsibilities you will ever accept. Here is a simple exercise. Tonight, before you sleep, take a notebook. Write down the 3 most painful experiences of your life. Do not rush. Remember them honestly. Now beside each one, answer one question. What strength did this experience force me to develop? Perhaps it taught patience. Perhaps courage. Perhaps wisdom. Perhaps compassion. Perhaps resilience. You may discover that every painful chapter left behind a priceless lesson. The pain ended. The strength remained. That strength belongs to you forever. No one can steal it. No economic crisis can erase it. No criticism can destroy it. No failure can remove it. It has become part of who you are. Never underestimate the value of what your struggles have already taught you. The person you are becoming is more valuable than any temporary success. Because once you become strong enough, success has no choice but to follow. And this is only the beginning. Part 2, the decision that changes everything. There is a moment that separates 2 kinds of people. Not the rich from the poor. Not the educated from the uneducated. Not the fortunate from the unfortunate. It is the moment when pain arrives. One person says, "This is the end." The other says, "This is the beginning." The difference is not talent. The difference is interpretation. Life does not merely test your strength. It tests the meaning you assign to every experience. 2 people can walk through the same storm. One comes out bitter. The other comes out wiser. One loses hope. The other discovers purpose. The storm was the same. The decision was different. That decision belongs to you. Every sunrise places it quietly into your hands. Will you allow disappointment to become your prison? Or will you transform it into the foundation of your future? Remember this truth. Pain is a visitor. Power is a choice. Many people spend years asking, "Why did this happen to me?" It is an understandable question. But it is rarely the question that moves life forward. A better question is this. What can this experience prepare me to become? That single question changes the direction of your thinking. Instead of looking backward with regret, you begin looking forward with purpose. Instead of searching for someone to blame, you begin searching for the lesson. Every setback contains instruction. Sometimes the lesson arrives wrapped in disappointment. Sometimes it comes wearing the disguise of failure. But if you remain willing to learn, nothing is wasted. Think about the tallest oak tree. It did not become strong during calm afternoons. Its roots reached deeper because fierce winds demanded it. Your character grows the same way. The pressure you feel today may be driving your roots into a foundation that will support extraordinary success tomorrow. Do not mistake today's discomfort for tomorrow's destiny. They are not the same. You are still under construction. The builder does not abandon the house before it is finished. Neither should you abandon yourself. There is a story about an aging craftsman who spent 40 years shaping wood into beautiful furniture. One young apprentice asked him, "How do you know where to cut?" The old craftsman smiled and answered, "I never begin by looking at the wood. I begin by seeing the finished table inside my mind." That answer holds remarkable wisdom. Everything valuable is created twice. First in the imagination. Then in reality. If you cannot picture yourself overcoming hardship, your feet will hesitate every time life asks you to climb. But when your mind accepts victory before your eyes can see it, something remarkable begins to happen. Your actions slowly align with your belief. This is why your imagination must become your ally. Every morning, spend 5 quiet minutes with no distractions. Close your eyes. Picture the strongest version of yourself. See yourself walking with confidence. See yourself speaking with calm conviction. See yourself making wise decisions. See yourself refusing to surrender. See yourself reaching goals that once felt impossible. Do not merely watch the picture. Step inside it. Feel it. Believe it. Because your subconscious mind responds to repeated belief. Feed it courage. Feed it hope. Feed it purpose. And eventually it begins returning those gifts through your daily actions. Many people wait until they feel confident before they take action. Successful people understand the opposite. Action creates confidence. Every courageous decision whispers to your mind, "I am stronger than I believed." That whisper grows louder every time you refuse to quit. Courage is rarely loud. Most days it sounds like a quiet promise you make to yourself. "I will get up again. I will try once more. I will keep moving." Never underestimate those simple promises. History has been changed by people who made them. You may believe your greatest battle is with difficult circumstances. Perhaps. But often the greatest battle is the conversation taking place inside your own mind. Listen carefully to the words you repeat throughout the day. Do they build you? Or do they quietly tear you apart? If you constantly declare that life is unfair, your mind begins searching for proof. If you constantly declare that you are capable of growth, your mind begins searching for opportunities. Your thoughts become scouts. They travel ahead of you, preparing the road you will eventually walk. Choose your thoughts wisely. There is another exercise I want you to practice. Take a blank sheet of paper. Draw a line down the center. On the left side, write every fear that continues to hold you back. Write honestly. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Fear of financial loss. Fear of growing older. Fear of beginning again. Now look at that list. Ask yourself one simple question. Which of these fears has actually stopped me? Most of the time, the answer is surprising. It was never the fear itself. It was your agreement with the fear. Fear knocked. You opened the door. Today, close it. Tell yourself, I acknowledge this fear, but I will not allow it to become my master. Freedom begins with that decision. There will always be voices that doubt you. Some will question your dreams because they abandoned their own. Others will criticize your ambition because it reminds them of opportunities they never pursued. Do not become distracted by opinions that were never qualified to define your future. The loudest voice in your life should be your own commitment. Protect it. Strengthen it. Return to it every day. Remember why you started. Remember what you still hope to become. Remember that your journey is unique. Comparison steals energy that should be invested in progress. The only person you need to become better than is the person you were yesterday. Even a small improvement repeated consistently becomes extraordinary over time. One better decision. One better habit. One more hour of focused effort. One more act of courage. Success rarely arrives as one dramatic event. More often, it is built through thousands of quiet decisions that nobody applauds. Yet those quiet decisions become powerful. They compound. Like tiny streams joining together until they form a mighty river. Your future is being shaped in moments that appear ordinary. Do not overlook them. Guard your mornings. Protect your evenings. Value your integrity. Honor your commitments. Keep your promises, especially the ones you make to yourself. Every promise you keep strengthens your confidence. Every promise you break weakens it. Trust in yourself grows one decision at a time. The remarkable life you desire does not begin someday. It begins the moment you stop negotiating with your excuses. Today is that moment. Not because circumstances are perfect. Not because the road is easy. Not because every answer has been revealed. Today matters because you have the power to choose. You can choose faith over fear. Purpose over comfort. Discipline over delay. Persistence over surrender. And when those choices become your daily companions, something extraordinary happens. Pain loses its power to control you. Instead, it becomes the fuel that drives you toward the life you were always capable of building. Take one deep breath. Lift your head. Stand a little taller. Your greatest chapters have not been written yet. They are waiting for the courage you choose today.